Welcome Virgo to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 4th of September for the Sun or the Ascendant. You've had two concurrent but very contrasting energies that have been developing in recent months. The first is the collection of energy that's made its way through your 12th house. This is the sign of Leo. You've had a succession of Venus initially, where it still is, Mars, Mercury, the Sun, but Venus went into a retrograde in this location 6 weeks ago. This 12th house energy is very tender, it's very sensitive. It's all about deep reflection, but it can be about understanding who we can truly rely and trust. And it's possible that you may be much more aware of who you cannot rely upon now than you were, say, 3 months ago. But the other concurrent energy has been the vibe of Uranus initially in the sign of Taurus, your sister Earth sign, and Jupiter more latterly. And they're in the part of your scope that's to do with being adventurous, free, independent, escaping from anything that's not working for you. So one's very self-confident and expansive, one's more retracting and reflective. And it all comes up to the boil as we begin this week. Venus ends a 6-week backward journey. If you have been going through some serious soul searching around a relationship, or one has even ended, it wouldn't be a complete surprise. So as far as Venus is concerned, if you have been going through a period of deep analysis, reflection, maybe a relationship has completely ended, or you've just been really mulling over what to do. Perhaps you've even got to know someone in a low-key, even confidential, dare I say clandestine way. It wouldn't be a complete surprise. Venus going direct is not necessarily going to give you the complete solution, but it's going to see you feeling a little bit less insecure. But Jupiter going into a retrograde on Monday in that expansive area is just saying right through to the end of the year that even if you do decide to go to that door marked exit, it doesn't mean to say it's going to be a perfectly easy transition. But there is a lot to still gain, because Jupiter retrograde in Taurus is very thoughtful. It's not such a flamboyant influence in this sign. Taurus anchors the more extravagant claims and energy of Jupiter. So the retrograde just means that if you're thinking about learning a new skill, travel, or in some ways freeing up your own personal space, just to take your time, not to rush into that situation too rapidly. Now, I know you are a sign that tends to think about things very, very carefully anyway. Now that explains those two influences, but you know, Mercury, your ruler, actually arcs towards Jupiter on Monday exactly in a really positive way. And if there is something that you're feeling very inspired about, and it is enabling you to showcase your individual flair and talent, or just your personality to the full, you can really let people know very powerfully and imaginatively what you have to offer at the start of this week. But on Wednesday, there is a Mercury Cazimi in your sign, Mercury retrograde, meeting with the Sun exactly. It's an inferior conjunction because of the retrograde, so Mercury sat behind the Sun as we see it, but this is really giving you a lot of reassurance to believe in your ideas. There is a quarter moon, however, which occurs also on Wednesday in the other sign other than yours, ruled by Mercury, Gemini. So it's a first 10th house angle. This 90-degree angle suggests that despite the fact that someone could be very receptive to the ideas that you have, you may encounter someone else who frankly isn't. They're not so impressed. And it could be in a professional situation where someone feels that you need to adhere to what they expect, not what you want. But if you are much more of an entrepreneurial type of person, this week is perfectly set up for you. If you're someone who has to fit into some kind of predetermined or corporate structure, that quarter moon could be more challenging. But it also suggests to you that even if you want to follow your own path, march to the sound of your own drum, there will be certain elements of your situation that you still have to bend your will somewhat to fit in with what's expected. Unfortunately, that trade is part of life. But as the week goes on, the Sun and Jupiter are in a trine. This is one of the most encouraging and upbeat and optimistic of all planetary angles. And in traditional astrology, very much linked to good fortune. Now, your sign and Taurus are very much linked with tangible resources, Earth. So I feel that although Jupiter's slowing down, it doesn't mean to say that you can't still inform yourself. The ninth house, very much about knowledge, but it's just you're being asked not to rush. But I think the combination between the two, even if the handbrake is applied a little bit to Jupiter, can still work out extremely well for you. So there's a number of positive things for you this week. Venus direct, Mercury in that wonderful trine with Jupiter, the Cazimi, and also the Sun in the trine with Jupiter too. What's not to like, Virgo? Now, I'd just like to remind you that you can watch your year 2024 deep dive forecast by clicking on the link beneath this video. And also, if you want to take advantage of my very special opportunity to order your year 2024 personal forecast now, based on your unique birth data, no two charts are the same, and you can get 30% off and your personal character analysis or life roadmap to gain a more intimate understanding of your life patterns, please see the link beneath this video too. Thank you.